you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel,
Welcome.
And if you are a returning subscriber,
What's good?
What do you do? What's up? Before we get into this video, you guys already know the drill. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that little bell somewhere here so you can be part of the notification squad. And I'm gonna need you guys to go follow me on my social media at neorapetsoa on all social media platforms. So, as you guys can tell from the title, today we are back with another cooking live. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a as you guys can tell from the title of this video, today we are back with another cooking live, okay? And today we're going to be doing another version of Cook With Us. And today I am featuring Momza, okay? And as you guys can also tell, it is also an Advice 101. I asked you guys what you guys would like advice on and etc. And Mommy is going to be trying to do her utmost best to advise you guys as best as she can, alright? But before we get straight into that, Mom, don't you want to tell people what it is that you're cooking?
Tonight, Sunday, Easter Sunday, we're cooking some stew, curry stew, roasted harvest squash, and cream spinach.
So, guys, so basically what's going to be happening now is that Mommy's just going to tell you guys what it is that she put in what, and then once she's done with that, we're going to go straight into the questions, the advice, the etc, the etc, the etc. If you just got here, welcome to the live. If you're watching after the live's already streamed, I hope you enjoy. Alright, Mom, so tell them, what did you put in the salmon?
Okay, the salmon for now, I just boiled it because it takes long to cook. So I had to boil it prior to this video. Otherwise, then we're going to be here until 10 o'clock p.m. So now I'm going to garnish it. It's ready. It's cooked. It's got beans in it. What do they call them? Red beans. Red beans, yeah. So I'm going to put in some aromats. I made enough for whoever that's in the house right now.
Damn, man, you should have a cooking show. You're so good at this. I was like all over the place.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my swearing. Okay, that's aromat, guys. And then I'm gonna put in some butter. I'm gonna put in some butter. I'm gonna put in some butter just to make it, you know, almost what butter does.
Does the things that align the parts.
They align the taste buds.
Do you understand?
And you know what? Usually I put in what's that powder milk that you use?
I'm eating grapes, guys. I'm eating grapes. I haven't eaten the whole day. I woke up at 4 p.m.
Okay, I'm still
sorry,
on.
Mom. Sorry.
No, usually I put in cremora. Yes, cremora. So unfortunately we don't use cremora in the house. So I'm gonna put in Nesspray. I stole some from a 6-year-old that lives in this house. So fortunately he didn't see me. So my conscience is clear. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to vaporize it.
Alright, and then what are you going to be putting in this stew? Just tell them what you have here on the side.
Okay, the stew now, I have thyme, fresh thyme leaves. I've got onions. This I'm going to fry with coconut oil. Okay, this family is health junkies, ne? This is garlic and chili, crushed garlic and chili. And this is cumin and coriander. Okay, it's turmeric and cayenne pepper. We've got a tomato paste. And we've got my leftover marinade. So I'm gonna use it today to do the thingy. And then
and then what kind of a stew are you making?
Paprika. I'm making a curry like kind of stew.
Beef, pork, lamb.
Beef
stew.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, cool guys. So Mom is really good at this. What are you really good at this? I agree. Maybe I suspect this time for me to have a little cooking channel. But anyway, let me stop
think about it.
Blabbing on about, okay? Just to explain myself, the reason it didn't sound so good in the beginning is because it was connected to my earphones and I'd forgotten. Also, if you guys keep hearing the beep, beep, it's the oven, okay? It's because the pumpkin is roasting. But let's get straight into the advice. Alright. So, the first one is, how do I be more open with my mom without feeling like I'm crossing boundaries?
You just have to say there's a days, my darling. Moms are
isn't that like crossing boundaries?
There isn't a best way to do that with your mom. You just have to say it. Voice out your concerns. And for moms, I hope mom is watching now. For moms, I'm just going to say that you're the only one that can make it easy for your children, guys. Don't let your daughters feel scared to approach you on anything. Because you know that the world we're living in now, you don't want me to come advise your daughter. You've got your own family values, and that's
Same
on
thing.
that.
Alright, so the next one is I've liked a guy for 5 years and him and I are homies and I've tried to move on but I always go back. He can say or do something that will always make me go back to him. Do you think I should tell him or just move on? Wow.
You know, I think you already know what to do, my darling. Just move on. You know, sometimes no, you move on.
But no, what if it's not that he's done anything? They're friends. She says that they're friends, and every time she's liked him for 5 years. They're friends, and every time she's tried to move on, she ends up going back. So the fact that she's asking if she should tell him or move on, I don't think, does he know that she has feelings for him?
Going back to what?
I don't know. That's the
friendship
thing.
is friendship. It doesn't end. Unless,
okay, true.
So what are you going back to?
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you're saying she must move on?
No, if they're not dating, she must just move on. Date whatever that you like, because maybe the guy doesn't like you. Tell him. Well, first tell him that you've got feelings for him. Hear what he has to say about it,
and then go on from there.
And then take it from there.
All right, cool. So what do you do when you realize? Okay, what do you do when you realize your boyfriend is toxic and decided to walk away and then he starts acting right? In my personal opinion, he's only acting right so he can get you in. So you can get into your good books again. He's not acting right because.
Darling, follow your heart. You know, your happiness comes first.
So what if her happiness is with that toxic guy?
No, there's nothing like that.
But you said your happiness.
No, that's not happiness, guys. You know, in life, especially as women, we tend to like things that are not really nice for us. You know?
True.
So please, my darling, just revisit that feeling that you have for this guy. Are you comfortable? Does he say the right things to you, or are you scared to move on?
Or have you found comfort in the toxicity?
Exactly.
That's also another one.
You know what?
All right, cool. Let's see, what's the next one? Okay, so last week I went. Okay, this one is a bit long. This one's quite long. So last week, a guy I went to school with sent me a convo between him and the babe, where babe claimed that we broke up ages ago. The unknown flopper is that at the time I was in his parents' house and he was in the next house. Huh?
Sorry?
And it hurt, but I know low-key, I don't know whether I should trust this nigga because he claimed to love me, yet again love him and babe.
I'm not sure I get
I'm not very sure. I don't really get this one. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, my darling.
Yeah, I'm
don't
so
get it.
sorry. Okay, here's another one. I cheated on my boyfriend and our friendship hasn't been the same. Our relationship hasn't been the same. What must I do to make it work? Does he know you cheated? That's the question.
If he knows that you cheated, my darling, clearly he doesn't take cheating the right way. Not that there is a right way to take cheating.
Yeah.
But I think you must just release the poor guy so you can find happiness somewhere, and then you move on with your life.
So what if he took her back though after cheating?
Ooh,
She says that
it might not be a nice one, my darling. You know, there's gonna be a lot of ransom. You know, he's gonna, from time to time, he's gonna remind you of your cheating. Whatever wrong he does.
That's true. That's very
well,
true.
people are different.
True.
Maybe not, but well, just be careful. If you're going back, just be very careful.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm in love with my best friend and he has a girlfriend. So I stopped liking him, then he started liking me. How? Lost.
You guys are playing games.
Yeah. Also, why is he liking me if he has a girlfriend? So now when you become his girlfriend, what if he...
Hey, be careful,
Hi.
man. What happens
Hello.
to you when you are a friend? Eh?
Hello.
One day you're going to be a girlfriend, then you're going to be, you know?
The way you got your man is the way you lose him.
Thank you.
That's on everything. Alright, so the next one says, how can I make my parents understand mental health illness? They always judge me. Ooh, that's an interesting one because I think a lot of black families tend to neglect mental health
But is that person
situations.
black?
Yes, they are black.
Okay.
Yeah. But even apart from black, like generally the older generation doesn't really understand mental health as much, but that's not something that
But
you
when is your behavior projected, my love? When is it
that's
projected?
That's actually a very good question.
Because then if you're going to project your behavior every time you've done something wrong and your parents are trying to call you to order, then they'll never understand.
Oh yes. That's
So
actually
now
so
you must
true.
just be careful, and there's always a better way to do it. Do it when you are fine.
Also do it when you've accepted it and you know exactly how you want to. Because another thing that makes it difficult is that if you're somebody who's going through mental health issues, you confide in people, obviously for comfort reasons. Okay, sorry. you confide in people obviously for comfort reasons, but now what happens is a lot of the time people who don't deal with those mental health issues are stuck in a place where they're like, okay, but then what must we do? And I know a lot of the time with parents that's the case, is that they want to understand what it is that they must do to help you. And now it becomes very difficult because you're like, you don't even know what it is that's wrong with you type of a thing. So mom does have a point. You must be aware of when it is that you predict. Because if every time you're getting reprimanded for doing something irresponsible or not playing your part,
then you go
then that's the only time that you want to
illness.
project it. Then it's going to make it difficult. It's going to make it easier for them to downplay your mental health issues, because now they think that it's an excuse, which is what a lot of parents tend to say, is that it's an excuse. And I think in that situation, it could be a situation of you're only bringing it up when you are being reprimanded. So I think it's something that you should bring up even on a random day when everything seems fine. Bring it up to your parents. Also try bringing it up to your parents when you're not in the state of emotion and over.
Is it something? Is it something you're telling them that you have, or is it something that it's observed but it's being understood in another way?
Oh yeah, that's true. All right, cool. So the next one says, how can you tell your friends are fake? My mom is very good at telling me when my friends are fake. So
firstly, you must have each other's interests at heart.
okay.
You know, no judging. Everybody's not the same, but don't. Is there reciprocation in your relationship? Nah.
So if there isn't reciprocation, then it's fake.
If there's no reciprocation, not necessarily that it's fake. Like I said, people are different. You will have a friend that's not, that does not express themselves very easily. But if you are the stronger one, rather at least help them out and make them understand why it's better, or why is it good for you to express yourself. Because then it will make your relationship quite healthy. You don't need to be seen to be the one talking about your things, and then that one is always listening. Or that one is always emotional because you did something. But when you do something wrong, when they do something wrong, you tell them. When you do something wrong, they just become haywire, and then
yeah, that's true.
You read the emotions from Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever,
it's
Twitter.
About reciprocation.
It's about reciprocation and communication, and help your friend. If you really love your friend, help them understand you.
Okay, so why is it that some African parents frown upon certain career paths?
Come again?
Why is it that some African parents frown upon certain career paths?
You know, something that's unfamiliar is very uncomfortable.
Ooh, that part! Mama said it bars, yo!
So something that's very unfamiliar is very uncomfortable.
Sustain.
I'm going to just make a reference to Neo.
I am saving the live, guys, just by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, mommy. Go on.
Neo is very, like, she's good in the arts. She loves the arts. Besides the fact that she's got a background of the arts in the family from the father's side. I mean, I was the one that grew up with both parents, principals, and. I could have been a principal, a nurse, or whatever, but whatever I am now, it's my choice. So I had to give that back to Neo as well, to make her own choice. And again, I only wish that parents could to give their children an opportunity to make mistakes and learn from them. You know?
That part.
Yes. You learn from them. Unfortunately, yes, it's money, but you cannot force a child to go and do something. You'll be sitting with somebody with a degree, law, but they want to do music.
Yeah.
So you could have just done music and saved yourself.
Exactly.
3 years of the child's schooling and
etc.
You know? Also, make sure that what do I do? Okay, I thought it was a parent talking. It's fine, my love. You get it like that.
It's a child talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so my boyfriend broke up with me last year, 2 days after our anniversary, 4 months after, and I still... Okay, I don't know the rest of the conflict. Okay, it disappeared. I'm sorry. The rest of your thingy disappeared. How do I tell my parents I'm dating a Nigerian man? My dad more specifically.
My darling,
you just...
it's a man that you love.
Yeah.
You just go in there and
tell them that
you know,
it's a man
like
that you
tell
love.
them, I met somebody that I love so much.
Yeah.
Don't even put tags
Yeah,
on your
Nigerian
man.
or
No.
any of that. Yeah.
You met a man and you love them. Then the questions will start coming. How old is he? Where does he live? The Nigerian thing will come in there.
But it shouldn't be like and he's Nigerian. No, it should just be where's he from? Nigeria.
Yeah, he's from
Simple.
Nigeria.
Like it
His
shouldn't
parents
be
are from Nigeria. He was born in South Africa, or he's whatever the case.
It shouldn't be taboo.
But you must just say it. There's no advice for that one. You must just say it.
I think also because there's a lot of xenophobia, hey? Especially in the older generation.
2020.
In 2020, it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Like I literally don't understand it. But mom is right. It shouldn't be taboo. It shouldn't be a big thing of, oh yeah, I'm marrying a Nigerian. It should just be I have a man, I love him, he wants to marry me.
Present your story.
You know, present your story, make them understand what it means to you. And then if they ask, you'll say it's Nigerian. If they don't, then they'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. Alright, cool. So
but that one is as good as saying when this like in a petty tradition, marrying like some people, marrying like a Xhosa or a whatever, it's like taboo for them. So it's the same thing. So you go and say, I met a guy, I love him, questions unfold, then, I mean, the better you know the person, they'll get to know him better. You don't have to judge. Nigeria is a country, guys. It's not a hard
it's not, like it has nothing to do with the person. Okay, so how do I tell my parents that I'm in a relationship? I'm 16, by the way.
Where do you want to go with this?
Yeah, hey, because you can't be introducing things to your parents that are not going to be...
Darling, 16 is a very young age. It depends what you want to do.
Also, it depends on the relationship you have with your parents. If you're not somebody that speaks about relationships and boys with your parents, I don't think 16 would be the age to just be like, bam, I have a boyfriend. Gradually grow into it.
Whichever one of your parents you close with, my love, I think that's the one you should just go and tell them that, you know, you've got feelings for someone.
Yeah.
And it looks like the both of you.
Yeah. So let them grow into it. Don't just wham, drop it on them. Oh, guys, if you just got here, hi, welcome. Hello. We are cooking, mommy's cooking stew with, stump with beef stew and roasted pumpkin and creamy spinach. Alright, so I love you here. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm a bisexual girl and I'm scared to come out, but I'm also tired of hiding it. What do I do?
To who? Hiding it from who, my love?
I think my first thing is, and this is something that Ubuhle said once when I did a collab with her, is create your own closet. Create your own the people that you're comfortable enough to be open with about your sexuality. And once you've created your closet and you're comfortable, then you can bring it to people such as, which I'm assuming could be your parents, who you feel are going to be shunning you about it or whatever. But create your own closet. You're not forced to go out and tell the whole world that, hey guys, I'm bisexual. It's the same way in which somebody who's straight wouldn't have to be like, hey guys, I'm straight. You understand what I'm saying?
The best place to start at is at home. You know, if family is...
But what if home is not comfortable and accepting?
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying you need to create your own closet where you're comfortable, and then once you've been in that comfortable space...
But you know, until it's known at home, it will always be difficult.
True.
So, how you find... You know, I have this notion that the best way to see something is just to see it.
True.
And that very moment that you delayed, that hour, that second that your mom is coming to the kitchen to fetch water, and then you feel like you want to say it.
Just say it.
You don't say it that moment. It's gonna delay for the longest time.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
say it there and then.
Yeah, I think also it's a thing of you must also be comfortable with your sexuality. Do you understand? Because I know a lot of the time, like with the people that I'm close to, when they do come to the acceptance that they're bisexual and they become comfortable with their sexuality, then it takes them time to, you understand, come to terms with it themselves. So you need to make sure that you're comfortable with it yourself before you try and go and tell other people, because the thing is, if you're already not comfortable with it and you already haven't accepted it, when you tell other people, the first reaction that your mom might have, you're gonna automatically take it as she's rejecting me. Do you understand? Because you yourself haven't made peace with the fact that, okay, this is who I am. So even if I tell my parents, there's nothing they can do about it. So their reaction really is gonna hurt me, but it won't change the fact that this is the person that I am.
And sometimes saying things is not like you're seeking opinion. It's an announcement. You're telling people so that they do not.
That part.
You know. So yeah.
Okay, so how do you build confidence after being in a toxic relationship? He called me fat and cheated.
Oh, love. This is now you, ne? Me and
it's
you.
your time.
In a core. You forget that person. That person is not you. What he said about you is not you. Now you focus on yourself. What is it that focus on the things that you love about yourself?
That part.
Do your own self evaluation. Do your own self growth and development. Otherwise, then you're giving that guy power to your life that he doesn't even deserve.
And also, he's there living his life while he still has power.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The next thing he's gonna post himself at the beach with some girl with a smaller than a figure, and you're gonna take it personal. What does that have to do with you? You are you. Build you and focus on you. Bring up happiness to you. You know what I mean?
The next one is, when is the right time to start having sex? When you're ready and comfortable.
Hey, the right time. You mean the age?
I feel like for me,
you need to be aware of what sex is. You know, me, I'm a sorry for those that are not Christians. I'm a Christian. Ne?
Also, so, if you're underage, yeah, we apologize.
If you're underage, I do apologize. So for me, sex is a covenant with the person that you sleep with. You know. So firstly, think about that you're making a connection with someone. So it doesn't matter whether it's with protection or without protection. But the fact of the matter is that you're giving something that you own, that is yours, to someone. I always say to young girls that, you know, virginity is something that, this is you. It's something that can never be taken away from. Like your friends that are no longer virgins now, not that it's a problem.
It's not taboo, yeah.
It's not taboo.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying that is that what makes you different from them is that you have something that they will never have. So just think about it like that. But if you're ready to have sex, make sure you study what sex is and make sure that the first time you are comfortable.
Yo, please, I was about to say that please do not partake in these activities if you're not comfortable, because that is something that guys, it's like, I think we all know, even the smallest of the small, we all know what those are serious situations. You know, that's why we don't talk about, like, they call it grown-up things, because it's a serious matter. You understand? It's so much of yourself. You're so vulnerable. You're so open. You're so don't do it.
Make sure it's up to you that it becomes very comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't need to regret.
Don't be pressured.
It's not like after that you're gonna cancel and then do it again.
Exactly.
It's done. It's done.
Exactly.
So let it be memorable, something, you know, not that you'll miss it whenever, but
just make sure you're comfortable.
Just make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm having okay, so Mom, how far is this chew? Let's just give them an update on the food. See me as this is cook with us.
Okay, the stew is getting there. The stump is done. Okay, I'm gonna be off the show now, just to check on the pumpkin.
Okay, so Mom has put the onions and the garlic and the stew in a pot now, and then I think once it's like cooked to a certain level, she's going to add her wet ingredients, which I'm assuming is like the marinade, the tomato paste, and the whatever else that she wants to add. She's shaking the pumpkin now, and then we're going to start with the crème spinach. Tell us guys in the comments how you guys are doing. Get your friends, your family, everybody to come join this live, okay? Okay, so cool. The next one says, I'm having an identity crisis. So I'm surrounded by people who engage in groove and constantly drink, who are constantly drinking and smoking. I do not really enjoy those things and would rather prefer doing other things instead of that. I don't have friends that I can be with, as all of them enjoy the party life. I don't know where I fit in. Am I boring? Am I meant to be myself? I get very lonely and left out sometimes. I don't know where I belong. Help. My first thing is surround yourself with people who enjoy things that you enjoy. Do not try and surround yourself with people who you guys don't share common interests, because then you're going to end up sacrificing what you enjoy and sacrificing what you would like to do in the name of not wanting to be left out. So try and find, there's a lot of multiple different people in the world, guys. So as much as you're saying maybe you might be somebody that's not good at making friends or whatever the situation is, but also I think we need to come to a point where we realize a lot of us young people don't like to make peace with the fact that some friendships are not meant to be there for a lifetime. Some are meant to be lessons, some are meant to be memories, and some are meant to be for a lifetime. But when you have gotten to a point where you guys have outgrown each other, and when I say outgrown each other, it means you guys have two completely different interests in your phases of life, then you need to make peace with that. Realize that just because you've outgrown each other does not mean there's beef. It doesn't mean you guys have a problem. It just means that right now you guys don't have the same priorities and focuses in life, and that's okay.
And then what is it that you like about these friends of yours? Because clearly the lifestyle is out, and I would assume that you're very young, so lifestyle is a very important thing for you right now. Otherwise you're going to end up fitting in, trying to fit in, and jeopardizing your own values and morals, so it's not worth it. So love them for what you love them for, and then find another company.
So it says a nigga who doesn't communicate for days on end but claims he loves you. Read, shot, my no start thing, exit, run away. Listen, babes,
I'm laughing.
No, I'm laughing.
I'm laughing.
Kokwe. Kiki.
Oh. No, love.
No.
You know,
There's nothing for you.
a relationship is about communication.
Period.
So that guy, I feel like he's holding your hand, dragging you.
Until he feels that you've got the potential to be what he wants you to be.
You know what?
No, babes. You've got potential to be much greater than what he wants you to be.
Guys, let me tell you something. Value yourselves. That's very important. Please value yourselves. Please. It's not about that guy. It's not about the other person. It's about you. What is it that you want? What is it that you feel? Don't be scared that if you stop communicating with him, you're gonna lose him. If you lose him, he was never yours.
Woo! That part!
So you're closing out opportunities for yourselves for nothing. You know what I mean?
So the next one says, advice for people who like each other but distance is a thing. Do you know love when?
Firstly, you cannot start dating in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, if it's your first relationship,
it's already messed up.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, my love. I think it's best.
But what if it's people who have been like dating, they've been in the dating scene, now they found somebody, but when you say distance, also it's dependent on how far the distance is. Like, are we talking Cape Town, Gauteng? Are we talking South Africa, America? Are we talking?
You can't just travel. When I miss you now, I can't just get into the car and go see you.
Yo, it also, that depends, in my personal opinion, on what your love language is.
It also gives opportunity for the other person to, like, a temptation.
True. But don't you think, Mom, it also depends on what your love language is? In the sense that if your love language is affection and quality time, that's not a thing. It's not going to work. If those are the things that you value most in a relationship or that make you feel reassured, or quality time and physical time and affection, then long distance might be very challenging because you don't really get much quality time, nor do you get any physical touch. So you need to also discover what it is that you want out of the relationship, and you as a person, what it is that you value in a relationship, in order for you to make peace with the sometimes. And if you're young, sometimes just try it, man.
It has to be from both sides. Because if I'm not the person that affection matters to me, but he does, then you can only ask yourself that when he feels like being cuddled, wherever in the faraway place that he's in, then what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's why I feel like, but also if you're young, try it, guys. You know, there's this taboo, Mom, this mindset when we're young of how we don't want to date because, like, what if now we just break up? And my thing is always, we're young, we date, we break up all the time. It's a thing. You understand? These are the times that
it's not even about being young. It's not even about being young, but you don't get into a relationship with a scare of breaking up.
True.
You don't get into a relationship with a scare of breaking up. You get and put in your whole effort, because now once you think of breaking up, you're gonna reserve some of your efforts, which could be some things that are very important for the other person. Then it doesn't work out. It's like, I knew.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so what is the most important aspect in life, and why do we often forget about it? Oh, that's very difficult because
It's
we
broad,
are spiritual. So our very important aspect in life could be very different to somebody's who isn't spiritual. Ours, I think, is faith.
Faith, yes.
But actually, even if you're not spiritual, even if you're somebody who doesn't believe in religion and whatever else, faith, I think, is bigger than just God and Jesus and whatever else. We all have different ways in which we practice faith. But I think faith is more a thing of trusting that trusting things you don't see.
At the end of the day, you need to have something that you fall back to. It's like faith, like she said, faith. You can't just be a person that's going in and out of the house and say, tomorrow, I'll see what happens tomorrow. And you have to base your life and beliefs on something. You know? If you don't believe in God, which I don't understand why, but well, I'm not going to judge. I'm sorry.
Ma'am!
Okay, I'm sorry about that. But if you don't believe in God, at least find something. Find some purpose or something, Something has to keep you going.
Sure. Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing in life that we tend to ignore is purpose. We're all here for a reason, guys. You are not just created by God or whatever you believe in to just drop on the world and just there's a reason that you're here, do you understand? And so for as long as you have not figured out what that reason is, and for as long as you have not come to terms with these reasons, you're not done.
Two situations that you come when you are born and when you find why.
Exactly.
When you find out why.
Okay, how do I tell my mother who out with my boyfriend? How do I tell my mother I want to go out with my boyfriend and I'm 14, she knows about him?
It depends, love.
Where are you going? What time are you going?
You just go and propose it.
Yeah. Also,
That
don't
one-
be proposing. You're 14 now. You want to be going on a dinner date at 8 o'clock in the evening.
She knows she'll answer that one.
And you want to be going out at 8 o'clock in the evening. You want to be going out to book creams. And your house is all the way in Turin. When you want to go out and Santon at 8 o'clock in the evening. It's like, how is your parent going to help
my
you?
question as your mother. Okay, firstly, have your facts straight, my love. How are you getting there? How are you coming back? Who's paying? What time are you going? All those kind of things. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the last one that we're going to be doing, and then I think we're going to wrap this live up. As I did with the previous live, guys, what I did is I gave an update on how the food is doing because it's practically impossible for us to be on this live until the food is done cooking. So I give an update on how the food is doing on my Instagram. So if you're here and you're watching this, make sure that you go check out my Instagram. Oh, actually, you guys can ask some questions in the live chat. Let's also talk here, but you guys can go ask some questions. You guys can go see the update of the food, on my Instagram at neorapetsoa. But they say, what is the age maximum and minimum for guys that you would date? I'm assuming you mean me. Wow!
Are they asking me?
They ask, oh, you, man. No, they're not asking you. They're asking me.
Oh.
Are you asking my mom what's the maximum minimum she's okay with me dating? Okay, what's the maximum minimum you're okay with me dating? Even though you know my maximum and minimum.
At least where you are now, at your age now, at least 2 years. A guy that's 2 years older than you, it's okay. Because you can still, your language is still the same, in a way. But over that, I feel like you are depriving yourself of certain circumstances. Yes.
2 years?
2 years.
I guess sure.
Minimum, honestly, 2 years I think but you still have a lot to learn. So when I say 2 years difference, I mean like somebody that's still in your environment, that you can still explore things together, the fun will still be had, the craziness is still the same, and the minute you go, maybe not 2 years, but your people know your age, eh?
Yeah, but your answer makes sense though. Okay,
so you need to still be able to explore things together, have fun together. You don't want to get to a point that somebody tells you that, hey, you like grooving, ne? It's like, that's what we do at my age. So somebody that's your
But
age,
also, Mom, I think it's also about you as a person knowing what it is knowing where you stand at the same time. It's a thing of those are things that you communicate before you even get serious with somebody. Do you understand? Because you could be dating somebody who's 2 years older than you that is. Probably there's some people that don't want that. Do you understand? They like acting grown. That feels like, well, now they did all the partying they needed to do in first year, for example, and so they feel that there's no reason for you to still be going out at this time. So I feel like it's also about communicating with your partner at the time. Like,
yeah, it looks like.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Sorry.
the age difference, minimum, maximum, I think it's best.
It's personal.
It's personal.
Yeah, it's personal.
Personal. I mean, if you communicate your interests very well to the other person, I don't think it should be a problem.
And then the last one, to me, as you guys aren't asking me much in the live chat, why do we as kids ignore what our parents advise us about in the world? Sometimes as a child, you really feel like you want to see the world for yourself, hey? Like, yeah, you think you know better until you realize you don't know better. And also there's some things that you just like, can I just find out for myself? Yes. And then we will decide. Because there's some things also that parents need to just let their children find out.
As I said earlier that,
okay, I think we're going to have to wrap it up.
There we go.
No. Yes, still there? Okay, cool. No, it's not. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap it up. No, it's still there. I don't know. Is it still here? Can you guys still see me?
Thumbs up. Somebody.
Can you guys still see me? Yes, no? It's playing here, so I don't know what that means. Okay, yes, you can. Okay, cool, guys. I think we are going to have to wrap it up, alright, unfortunately, but do not forget that I'll be doing an update on my Instagram as to how the food turned out and etc. Thank you so much for outro. Okay, cool, guys. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wrap it up because you guys can see the network is not agreeing with us. Okay, but anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Comment below for any more videos you'd like to see. Comment below if you guys would like to see Momzo back on the channel. Okay, I know you guys do, but anyway, and last but not the least, subscribe to my channel for more craziness. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.